Good morning, my friends. Hope you're all doing well, at least better than I have been. I've been sick for a few days, bad throat and everything with that. I am going to meet two of my friends for lunch, so I'm just going to do a quick makeup, and I thought I'd bring you along. I'm sorry I'm in my undergarments, as always. It's cold outside, so I'm going to put on a grey sweater afterwards. I'm starting off with the Say Super Gel in, I think this is the color Starlight. Sorry, I need to stop with my glasses. Star Glow, sorry, Glowy Super Gel. And I use this as primer. I'm sure it's probably a highlighter. Works wonders as a primer, especially when you need a little bit glowy skin. Sorry, I had to blow dry my hair today, which I never do. So I feel like I look a bit like Joey Tempest from Europe. I normally never do anything with my hair, so it's a bit weird. I'm gonna annoy me a lot, but that's fine, it happens. As usual, using the Victoria Beckham Augustinus Bader foundation, like that, right way up. And I'm in the color Fair Light, number 2. We have sunshine today, which is, sorry about the mirror. We have sunshine, and it's wonderful to get a little bit of sunshine into your eyes. Feels like we haven't seen the sun in ages, but it's out and about, and I'm going outside for the first time in, I think, 3 days. So that's really wonderful. I did also get a delivery yesterday with the new Byredo Vesuvio palette. So that's what I'm going to be trying on for you guys today. So, oh God, this is why I always pull up my hair. I hate this. Sorry, I need to, oh, drop the brush. I hope I'm in frame because I'm filming on the back camera again. I do really like it when you guys leave me comments, what you think is good and what I could do better. Because I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for my friends. And of course, it's really good because I have good lighting now. So it's easier to do my own makeup. Yay! I am, as I told you, I just received this one. The Byredo Vesuvio palette. And I was so blown away by the other one, the Bibliophilia. I always say Biblioteca, but I think that's the perfume. This one, of course, like the other one, gets an awful lot of fingerprints. I'm sorry if I'm filming everything here. But this little guy, isn't she pretty? Yay! We got pastels. Fabulous. At least for me, because I'm extremely fair, as you all know. So it's always quite nice to get some nice color into your face, especially like pale pasty ones. I am gonna use the Westman Atelier Sun Drops, the bronzing drops. You need to shake these as well, because I am pale as a ghost. And then I always end up putting a dot on my hand, and that's easily enough. The only thing I don't like about these is how gross and grubby the nozzle gets. I don't like that. If you compare it to the other one, which is a quite similar one, look at that. And I've been using this one much more. So there is a little bit of leakage. I mean, it's never leaked outside the box on this one. And of course, it's a stunning box, but just look at the grubbiness. Don't really like that. Using the same It Cosmetics brush, dabbing it on the back of my hand. And now I'm going to have to do this without a mirror. I have a mirror over there just to get a little bit of color into my face. Of course, it shows up a lot now because I'm so fair. Sorry if I'm looking sideways. I just need to look at my placement. I think I'll just try and mix it out. And both the Victoria Beckham drops and the Westman Atelier drops you can find at Cow Perfumery in Stockholm, Gothenburg and Copenhagen. Otherwise, you could, I'm not sure about Westman Atelier actually, but you can get Victoria Beckham at Selfridges in London and at her own shop on Dover Street, very close to Piccadilly and Bond Street. Been there loads of times and the staff is amazing. Love the staff. There we go. So now I have some slight color to my face, I hope. Looks like it. So I don't shine my bright face so much on my friends that they get blinded by the light. I am going to use the usual suspect, the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Use it all day, every day on top of my eye as an eye primer. Sorry, I hate the bangs. It's really annoying. It's actually nice to get some sunlight indoors because then I can actually see everything. Sunlight is everything. That's the good thing about living in Sweden in the summertime, because the sun never really sets. Well, it usually sets between like 2 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning. So it will be a lot easier to do makeup videos because it will be bright and sunny. You can actually really notice the difference now, just these few weeks. I mean, the darkest weeks are obviously in December, but it actually goes quite fast after that. So it's really, really good. So what am I going to start with? I think I'm going to start with this one. I haven't tried it. I haven't swatched it. So this is really a first impressions. And I am going to use, what kind of brush am I going to use? Go for regular old BH Cosmetics. Use them loads. Synthetic. Normally works with everything, so it should be fine, I hope. This is a nice shade. A little bit more warm than I was expecting, actually. I was hoping for a bit of a cold one. I like the cooler shades. I think this palette would also be very nice to match with my mini Natasha Denona Cool Sculpt. This one. I think they might be really, really good together because then I have a very fair inner corner highlight that is matte, which is really nice. Before lunch today, I am going down to Cow Perfumery because I saw that they had received the new Victoria Beckham Orchid palette and the Westman Atelier the contour sticks in Olay, which I've been really excited about. I did look at the biscuit one, which was the lightest contour stick that Westman Atelier had previously, but that one was way too dark for me. So I'm really hopeful that maybe it might work with the new Olay color. I am grabbing this one. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to wear a little bit of perhaps a grey sweater, because this is, like I said, this is only the undergarment. I'm sorry you only get to see me in Uniqlo heat tack and Intimissimi cashmere sweaters, but that's, I mean, I use that during winter every day underneath my woolly sweaters. So that's normally what I walk around the house in. But I do put on like another nice sweater on top, so it isn't as bad as I look when I'm filming. Either grey or perhaps brown. We'll see. The bad thing about sunlight is that every goddamn little hair will show up. And I do apologize. I am in perimenopause, I guess. And these nasty little hairs show up everywhere. I didn't expect that one. There was a lot of things that I didn't expect getting over 40. But the hairs I could absolutely do without. But as I told you in previous videos, I'm trying to be grateful. I get to experience being 40 plus. And that's marvelous in its own right. So I thought I might try these ones. The little green, gray, blue kind of shades. So I am going to start with the blue one. Oh, let's see what this one ends up. Trying that in my inner corner. Oh, that wasn't as light as I thought. My usual problem. It's a nice color, but it is more grey than I expected. I thought it was actually more like a bright light blue. Okay, save up with the lightest one of the Natasha Denona Beanie Cool Sculpt. Using that one. Yeah, that's better. Oh my god, the sun is standing very low now, so now you get to see everything. Sorry for that. It's like being in high definition. I'm gonna take some more of the blue one. I have a cat hair on my brush, sorry. I have two sleeping cats just next to me. They really don't want to go outside now because it's too cold. They are, of course, adorable. And they're all mine. Now I'm going to use the grey one. Grey silver. I'm not much of a silver girl, so I was a bit apprehensive on grabbing this palette because I thought it was a lot of silver, but they all seem to have like this nice bluish flip, greenish flip. So I thought I might as well, because this is a limited edition one. So it's not like I can change my mind and buy it whenever I want to. I did that with the Mineralscapes, which I regret bitterly. There's not a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I actually regret not purchasing, but that's one of them. I really like that one. I would have loved to get my grubby little goblin hands on it. There we go. So I am doing a greenish, silvery, brownish look, apparently. Fine, and I'll take some more of the brown shade to try to get some more brown in there. Quite like this. It will be nicer when I powder down everything, I think. I'm going to use some more of the lightest shade of the Natasha Denona one, that one. Yeah, dropping stuff on the floor. As I told you before, my desk is slightly slanted. It's a very old 1830s writer's desk. So whatever I place on my desk, if I knock it, it will start falling down. So you will hear me push stuff on the floor quite a bit. I do apologize. It's normally my brushes. They tend to roll off the desk more frequently than anything else. Sometimes lipsticks. I'm taking the brown color, using it underneath. The sun is so bright that I actually really can't see what I'm doing, but I'm hoping for the best. Sun is really low, so it's shining right in my window. Sorry about the weird face again. And then I'm taking some more of the blue, putting that not in my inner corner, but close to the inner corner, just to get some of the blue. I could wet my brush to get it more intense, but I don't want it very intense. I want it a little bit soft. So I just want to see how it works on its own. This is first impressions. I will try and do a short when I get back home later tonight, and so you get to see how it held up, the makeup. I've done it a couple of times. Did it with the Givenchy one. I'm taking a bit of the darker brown also, just my outer corner. This feels very much like 70s disco vibe with my bangs, and this color story to me feels a bit like Staying Alive kind of vibes. Which I'm sure my friends will enjoy. There we go. And then I will take a eye pencil. I'm just thinking what kind of color I should wear. I think I was thinking blue. Let's see if I can find my, where's my Tom Ford one? Did I take that out, perhaps? I can't use the Dior because that one gets my eyes all watery and runny. All right, so I don't have any blue one in front of me. I'll go with the teal one. This is Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal eyeliner in Surfside. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so could be something else. But this is just like a nice teal blue. I know this one doesn't stay as well in the waterline as a dark blue one, but that's fine. It's still, I mean, still works okay. There we go. I am going to take a little bit of the teal on my upper lash line, just to get that color in a bit. And then I'm going to take a brush, I don't know which one, Just take a little one. This one is from Real Techniques. Just smudge it. And now this look turned in a little bit too Debbie Harry instead. Which of course is never wrong. There we go. I hope that's all right. I'm sure my friends won't mind me looking like a fool, but that's fine. I'm sure they like me anyways. I am gonna need to powder down my makeup today. Look a bit shiny. I have been using an awful lot of creams because it's so dry. Just gonna powder down my T-zone a bit. I'm still using the Linda Hallberg blotting powder in translucent. I'm not sure. I don't think there are any other colors actually. I have used the loose one for years and years also. That one I use in light. But this one is excellent. Really, really good. Holds well. Very good. I do need to put on a slight bit of blush. So let's see what I have available. I think this one, yeah, that's not a blush, that's a highlighter. All right, so I will be using, sorry guys, extremely well prepared as you can see. I'll be using the Natasha Denona again, sorry. I know you're getting tired of that one. I really need to organize my desk a bit. I use the same blush. And of course I'm going in with that shade. This one is very, very pigmented, as I've told you before, which I do like because it stays put, it stays on. I was thinking I might find my Tom Ford one or my Westman Atelier, but they are somewhere in the makeup bag, and you should see what the state of my desk. It's not good. You wouldn't be impressed if let's just put it that way. I am going to use some Tom Ford highlighter, Love highlighter. Happy that 2016 look is back, because with me it never left. I always use highlighter. Just a little bit, because I do like it. There we go. And mascara. I think I will be using the Rum one in navy blue. Oh, like that, sorry. Navy blue. At least on my lower lashes, we'll see. I think I might use black on my top ones. Looks like that. Sorry, mirror. Of course, I managed to get some smudges. Oh, this is going to be fun with the bangs. There we go. We have a little bit of blue, and I am going to put on some black. Same mascara, but other colors on my top lashes. Let's see how much black I get in my bangs. Come on. Sorry it's taken such a long time. And I am getting a bit smudges here and there, but I will sort it once it's dried up. Go and brush my teeth. Have a look if my eyebrows are located where they should be, because they never are. Rearrange those, and then I remove the smudges. Sorry guys, my throat is still misbehaving. Come on. Like Charlotte Tilbury always says, come on girls, rise. I am quite fortunate because I don't have to curl my lashes. They are quite curled by themselves. So that's a plus. I think it looks like a device of torture, the curler. I do have a curler. I bought one when I was in Japan from Shoyomura, because we don't have Shoyomura in Sweden. So in case I would like to try it, I do have one, and I have a good one, because I know that everyone's been talking about that one since the 90s at least. I remember going to Amsterdam to the Shoyomura store when I was probably 17, so it was mid-90s. And I absolutely loved that store. It was close to Nyenkerk, which is the new church, I think. It's very close to the castle. You have behind it, you have an old church, which is a shopping centre. Wonderful. Love Amsterdam. I'm going there in a few weeks. Depend. Brow Twin Thin Pen. Trust and True Friend. Trusted and True Friend, sorry. English is not my first language. And I was brought up speaking American English because my mum worked for an American company. And then after I graduated, I moved to London and worked at British Airways as a cabin crew. We are talking in the 20th century, so it's been a while. And so that's why I speak British English, but if I am tired, it tends to mix up with my American English. And of course, I've spent most of my holidays in the States, so I do speak American English as well. So I do tend to mix them up at times, which I apologize for. Okay, she got brows. Not sure what they look like yet. I need to put on my glasses, step into the bathroom and have a look while I'm brushing my teeth and see if I need to change anything, which I normally do. And then I am gonna remove the smudges. I am gonna use the MAC Stone around my lips. I'm just gonna slightly overline them just to get some sort of definition. This has been my go-to for years. I am struggling a bit because everything that I put on my lips flips to yellow or orange. Sorry, my throat is closing up. I do have, I think I might have a teal undertone. Yeah, great fun. So that's why everything turns yellow on me. So one of the few lip liners that I've actually been able to use is Max Stone, because that one is just grey. I've even tried I've tried the Lisa Eldridge Zero Neutral, I think it's called, Zero N. Yeah, weird orange color on me. So I am struggling. I'm not blaming the lip liners on that. It's my weird undertone. I know I look a bit weird. I am going to put on some lipstick before I leave. I can put on a bit of Pat McGrath. This one is probably a limited edition one. I have no idea. Been having it for years. This is Skin Sane, the Blitz Trance lipstick. Have no idea if it's a limited edition or not, but it has this funky little glittery tube. It's a nice nude beige. So I'm just going to put this one on for you. I am going to blot it off when I brush my teeth. And there we go. So that is the finished look for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope the lighting wasn't too horrible. And I will see you in a little bit. Bye.